Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chicagoland Speedway as the Grand National Tour is heading for the sixth round of the tour. Today we got the Boeing 150 as we have a smaller field today, just like we were looking at North Wilkesboro a few weeks back. I am your broadcaster, Nathaniel Campbell, here tonight. And we're getting ready to see some fun Gen 4 ARCA car racing around Chicagoland. As Trading Paints is actually bugging out right now. This is Haden Higginbotham that we're looking at on his qualifying lap. I know that his car is not actually this car, so I'm not sure why it is loaded like that. But for the moment, he's going to be Dale Earnhardt Sr. out there as we'll pull up the board. As everyone out there qualifying is on their lap. See Ryan Persinger out there. Haden Higginbotham. Sorry, not Persinger. Joe Gibbons. He's in the Dale Jr. car. He's got the JM on his front hood. See Robert Fraley out in the Folgers car. Once again, Ryan Taft. Thomas Villano has made it. And we see Cory Mott making his first race. First lap down, Jim Mott going to go pole. Haden Higginbotham, P2 at the moment. Bob Baker's going to go P3. Persinger might be coming out of 4 here to take a pole. Let's see what he got. There it is, a 31.32. He's going to go to pole. Robert Fraley goes P2 behind him. Cory Mott sets a 32.54. Ryan Taft set a lap. Joe Gibbons out on the track setting his lap. Let's see what he's able to put down here. Coming out of turn 3 and 4 using that high line. Gonna cut that apron on the front stretch. Joe Gibbons coming across the line for his lap. It's gonna go P2, 31.33. Just about a 10th off. Thomas Villano and Bill Martin are out on the track. They're both setting their laps. Here comes Villano out of 4. Bill Martin just crossed the line as well. Oh, actually, they're setting their laps. So they are still on their run here. Look at the difference. Bill Martin's going to come across the line first here. He's in the High Rock Vodka machine. That number 75 is looking nice out there tonight. He's ripping that wall, using that high line, coming out onto that front stretch. He's not going to cut that apron, however. See Villano go across the line as well. Martin goes P3. Villano's going to go pole with a 31.15. So a good qualifying effort there from Mr. Thomas Villano. He's going to be sitting on pole once again here in the ARCA series. I believe he was on pole at North Wilkesboro as well. However, he was just not able to get that win. He was on the pole at North Wilkesboro. He ended up finishing P2 there. However, before we get this race started and going, let's go ahead and take a look at the point standings real quick after the first 5 rounds of the year. We see Joe Gibbons at the moment is on the top of the board. He's at 180 with Jim Mott close behind, 178. Thomas Villano is going to be 3rd. Haden Higginbotham is going to be in 4th. And then Ryan Persinger is in 5th. Persinger is our highest winner right now. He's got 2 wins. He's actually tied with Gordon Fraley, who his few races that he's run, he's won 2 of them. So Fraley is down there in 9th. You see Julia Comic in 10th. Zach Thomas Johnson, he's in 11th. He's not here tonight. And then you got other guys like Bob Baker. He's 14th. He's looking to have a points night tonight. Maybe find himself up closer to that top 10. See Jeremy Tsebon. He's not out there tonight, but he's in 7th right now. 141 points. Looking at tonight, it could be another big points shake-up night like North Wilkesboro was a few weeks ago. The last race we saw Ryan Persinger. I gotta stop saying Persinger. It's Persinger. I'm sorry. But it was Persinger who came home with the Homestead win. I was not broadcasting that race as I was occupied with the Texas Motor Speedway Cup race in real life. So that was a crazy race for sure, though, at Homestead. That was a fun one. But now we're here in Chicagoland, and we're going to go ahead and look at the starting lineup here. So starting out on the pole, we see Thomas Villano. In second place, you're going to have Ryan Persinger. Third is going to be Joe Gibbons. On his outside is going to be Bill Martin. Robert Fraley is going to be fifth with Jim Mott on his outside. And then Haden Higginbotham is going to be seventh with Bob Baker starting to his outside in eighth. Cory Mott and Ryan Taft will round out the field in the top 10. So only 10 cars tonight. It's going to be a Haden won Homestead. My bad. I knew one of the missile cars won. I forgot who it was. That was my bad. I guess Higginbotham was the winner at Homestead. That was 100% my fault there. But yes, Persinger and Higginbotham looking to keep their dominance on the races that they have ran this year. The only thing that is their crutch right now is that North Wilkesboro race that they missed. Otherwise, I believe Persinger would be the points leader right now, to be honest. But as the cars are on the grid rolling out, we see Villano and Persinger out front following that pace car. We're getting ready to go green here at Chicagoland. Yeah, Pal's sudden service out on pole in that Toyota Camry. See him warming up his tires coming out of turn 3 and 4. He's getting ready to lead us to the green. Pace car's going to dive down pit road. Here we go. ARCA round 6 here at Chicagoland. We're green, green, green. It's going to be Thomas Villano and Persinger riding him into turn 1. Finishing that first lap here, we see Villano has been able to keep his lead for the moment. A little bit of battling going on behind them. We see Fraley and Gibbons side by side. Gibbons is our points leader at the moment in that 8. He's using that outside line. We see Fraley using the inside line. Behind them, we see Higginbotham using the middle. Chicagoland does provide some great multi-groove racing out here. We see Cory Mott working his way up already in that 73. He's going to get to the inside of Higginbotham and try to clear him through turn 3 and 4. They were 3 wide there with a second with Bob Baker. Higginbotham trying to use that outside line to prevail. Back out front, got Thomas Villano starting to try to creep away here, but Persinger is just ever so slightly staying in his rear view mirror. Coming out of turn 3 here on lap 3, heading to lap 4. Villano still out front. Side by side battles going on in the background. Battle for 5th. Haden Higginbotham and Cory Mott right now. They sorted it out for a second there. We see Fraley almost getting the wall. Maybe did slightly tap the wall. Bob Baker right behind with Ryan Taft and Jim Mott close behind. Up front, we're seeing a little bit of a move here from Persinger. He's trying everything he can to look in the inside here of Villano. Coming out of 4, he's not going to be able to find any momentum, though. He's going to have to stay in line behind that 1 car. Bill Martin, our broadcasting buddy, he's up in 4th right now. That High Rock vodka machine's chugging along. He's looking good out there. Looking at the battle between Cory Mott and Higginbotham once again. It's heating back up. That 73 is looking for a move on the inside here. Behind him, you got Ryan Taft and Robert Fraley side by side. Fraley looked like he tagged the wall there once again. He's definitely right in that wall pretty close there on the exit of the, I guess we'll say dog leg, even though it's not really a dog leg. See Taft peeking to his outside there going into 3 and 4. Taft using the very high line there, trying to get all the momentum he can on the entrance of 4 and then use it to the front stretch, but nothing working for that Pontiac. Back out front, Thomas Villano starting to pull a gap here. He's got about 2/10 on Persinger. Joe Gibbons still out in 3rd. He's about almost a second back from the leaders. He's about 7/10 back from Persinger. That 99 is trying to do everything he can to close in. Only 8 laps into this race. And so far, so green. We're looking at a competition caution here at the end of lap 50. So these guys will be able to pit and take some tires there if they choose. And most likely they will. These cars will definitely be eating some tire, especially if they're using that outside line. As always, there is one fast repair in this series. I believe I did not mention that at the top of the broadcast. But that one of Thomas Villano, he's looking good out there. He's led every single lap so far. Getting ready to start lap 10 here at Chicagoland. That one in the 99 definitely have broken away. Joe Gibbons has fallen back about a 10th and about 2 more tenths since the last time we spoke about his positioning. He's about 1.3 back from the leader now. Persinger just staying in that rear view mirror of Villano. You know, Villano's probably looking to see what Persinger is doing, you know, here. Just behind him, see what line he's running, see if he could try to take away that line and do everything he can to stay out front. We know Villano is definitely looking for a win here. Back and forth, we see Haden Higginbotham. He's worked his way up to 4th. He's up 3 spots so far. He started 7th. Ryan Taft is going to work to his outside here. He's going to try to get that Pontiac going around the outside. He gets it going. That's going to be P4 for Ryan Taft. Right behind them is Cory Mott. He's kind of moved up 3 spots so far this race, but he's kind of found himself in this 5th, 6th area ever since the start. See what he can do later into this run here. We see Bob Baker, Robert Fraley side by side going in a 3 and 4. Baker on the inside, Fraley on the outside. Who's going to be able to prevail here out of 4? Still side by side coming to the line. Fraley might be able to come clear here on the front stretch. Going into 1 and 2 here. He's got the outside still. He's going to try to be able to roll that car around the outside. See Bill Martin's falling back. He's in 9th right now. He actually ended up going off track. We'll go check that out real quick, see what happened here. Looks like he got loose on the exit of 2 and kept it straight. He definitely lost a few positions there. He drops back to 9th. And he's actually looking back to the inside here of Robert Fraley. 14 laps down here at Chicagoland. We've been green so far. Great save by Bill Martin. Yes, that is a great save for sure. Villano and Persinger, they're running away from the field right now. They got a 2-second gap over Joe Gibbons. Ryan Taft's about 3.5 seconds back, and then Haden Higginbotham Jeez, I cannot speak right now. Haden Higginbotham is 4 seconds back. See Villano using that outside line, and Persinger using maybe a little bit more of the middle. He closes a little bit more in 3 and 4 there at the exit, and it seems like that run through the middle definitely allows them to get more speed through that front stretch. Here in the 1 and 2, both cars using that bottom line. Keeps Persinger at bay there. Stays around that same gap. You see on the entrance of 3 and 4, Persinger just kind of goes down in the middle there, and it gives him a really good exit. You see him close about 5 thousandths. Still closing. He's going to be to the inside here in 1 and 2. Side-by-side battle for the lead here. It's Villano and Persinger. Coming on the exit of 2, Villano's going to be able to take advantage. He's going to pull out a decent gap here. That's going to be 3/10 on the exit of 2. Persinger might have gotten a little bit loose there on the exit, but he's going to have to reset here and go back after it. Behind them, 3-car battle going on between Ryan Taft, Haden Higginbotham, and Cory Mott. This is a battle for P4. See Higginbotham trying to work that outside line right behind Taft. Cory Mott using the bottom in 1 and 2. Some good racing out here for these 10 cars. It's definitely going to be a good points night for a lot of them. You see Persinger is going to actually go to the inside and take the lead coming out of 4 as we go back up front. Let's see what happened here. We'll get a replay real quick. Villano tagged the wall on turn 4 there, going into turn 3, and it fully slowed him down, and that's going to allow Persinger to go through on the inside and take the lead. He's going to go to the point after 18 laps here at Chicagoland. Big jumble up here. It's a 4-car battle now. Ryan Taft goes to the inside of Joe Gibbons. We got 3 wide going on the exit of 4, almost 4 wide. Higginbotham was looking for it. He's still looking for it. 3 wide for the moment. Cory Mott going to go through on the inside. We're getting crazy here at Chicagoland 20 laps in. Cory Mott goes through. Ryan Taft trying to get through clear of the 10 and the 8 as well. Higginbotham trying to use the bottom to get clear of Gibbons. Gibbons must have had something go wrong in that car as he's dropped back from 3rd now to 6th as the 10 is going to try to clear him on 3 and 4 exit. Gibbons fights back on the outside. Definitely a wild race for 10 cars out here tonight. They're all pretty close, except for these 2 leaders out here. They are in a race of their own. Villano's found himself 2/10 back from Persinger at the moment after that contact with the wall. Cory Mott starting to run away from this pack of 3. Ryan Taft using that outside line. We see Joe Gibbons using that outside line, and Higginbotham using the middle line here. Maybe learning a little bit from his teammate of Persinger out front, who was using that middle line to close in on Villano earlier. So 21 laps complete now. Persinger out front over Villano. Cory Mott in 3rd in his ARCA debut. Ryan Taft in 4th, and then Higginbotham in 5th. Points leader Joe Gibbons is falling back to 6th after running 3rd pretty much the entire race. He's going to be in the wall in 3 and 4. Slight contact, but he's going to keep it straight. He's definitely struggling a little bit out there right now. Do have a competition caution coming out lap 50, so he's just got to hold on for about 27 more laps here. We see side-by-side battling going with Bill Martin and Bob Baker on the exit at 2. Martin gets cleared. Joe Gibbons going to go past Ryan Taft here on the exit of 4 through the outside. Taft going to the wall. Going to try to straighten his car out. He keeps it clean. Doesn't look like too much damage. He's gonna continue, but he's gonna start falling back to Bill Martin and these 4 cars here. So definitely a lot of close racing going on between the field. Cory Mott's trying to do as much as he can to close in on the leaders. He's down to 2.5 seconds now and still closing. Villano now using the inside line as Persinger's still kind of running the middle to outside line in 3 and 4 there. See what he does in 1 and 2. He's going to drop down the track and use the first lane, that first groove on the inside. Villano right on his tail, looking to the inside here on the backstretch. Is he going to be able to make anything work? He's not going to be able to gain any ground here, but going into 3 and 4, he's going to start closing here on the inside, using that middle line now to the bottom. Villano's looking to the inside here on the exit of 4. Persinger going to block off that run. Cory Mott ever so slowly closing in behind him. He's closed it in about 4/10 in those last few laps. See, Higginbotham's gotten clear of that mess as well. And Gibbons has found himself back in 5th after passing Ryan Taft. So a good race so far through these 26 laps. We see Thomas Villano is going to try to go to the point here on the exit of 4 as he goes to the inside, side by side, back out front once again. 26 laps complete, starting lap 27. Still side by side into 1 and 2. Persinger on the outside, Villano on the inside. It's the 1 in the 99 show as they're side by side. Coming out at 1 and 2. Persinger going to clear Villano. Villano's going to have to go back up high and try to reset here and make another run at it. Obviously don't want to race too hard just yet. We know that competition caution's coming out here in just about 20 laps. So it's getting ever so closer. Cory Mott's now within 2 seconds. We see that time just moving down. Looking at their last times on the track, we see Cory Mott's actually just a little bit faster. And a surprise out there right now, Haden Higginbotham's the fastest car on the track with a 32.24. He's about a whole 10th faster than the rest of the field at the moment. So he's definitely looking to go forward. Persinger trying to hold on to that lead over Villano. He's not going away either. These two cars seem to have pretty close run speed here. Higginbotham in 4th at the moment. About 3.5 seconds, just over, back from the leaders. See these nice cars out there tonight, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Between Persinger and Higginbotham, the missile racing cars. See Villano looking to the inside here, trying to get some clean air off the rear end of Persinger. He's going to maybe make an attempt here in 3 and 4 to go for that lead once again. We'll see here on lap 30. Persinger to the high line. Villano's kind of running that middle line here. Not enough there just yet. Going to the back of the field here, we see Bill Martin. He's worked his way back up to 6th after that save from earlier. Put it down in the grass on the backstretch on the exit of 2. But he's slowly but surely trying to work his way back through the field. See Robert Fraley in the 6th. He's dropped to 8th. And Bob Baker's running 9th with Jim Mott in 10th for the moment. Field not too far spread out so far. Only about 10 seconds between 1st place and 10th place. And once again, battle heating up front. See Cory Mott's within a second now. They've got about 18 to go before the end of this competition caution here. We'll call it a stage, honestly. The halfway point. Got about 18 laps there before a caution will come out. And we're actually seeing that Jim Mott has crashed. Let's see what happened here. Bob Baker washing up the track on the exit of 2. He's going to make a little bit of contact with Jim Mott. And both of them wreck on the backstretch. Bob Baker's going to continue on. Looks like we stayed green. No caution out. As Bob Baker and Jim Mott going to have to drive their cars back and take that fast repair. Cory Mott now looking to the inside of Thomas Villano. This is for P2. Bunch of stuff going on right now in the race. 2 cars just wrecked. And we got a battle for P2 now. 3-car battle for the lead. Is this going to allow anything for Higginbotham behind them to catch up? Cory Mott's trying to make that inside line work. It seems like the outside has been just a little bit faster on the exit of 2 going on to that backstretch. But the inside in 3 and 4 definitely prevails. Mott goes through on the inside. He's clear for P2. But he's not done setting his sights. He's going for the lead. Persinger, what is he going to do here? He's going to cover off the inside here. Mott has nowhere else to go but right behind him. Persinger is going to wash up the track. Mott going to go low on the exit of 2. He's going to be side by side with Persinger. Going into 3 and 4. Cory Mott going to make a sin down the inside. That 73 is trying to go to the lead, and right now he's doing it fast. He's going to be clear for the lead. New leader out there. It's going to be Cory Mott. After qualifying that car in 9th place, he's worked his way up 8 spots. He's up to 1st. On point with about 14 laps to go here before the halfway point competition caution. No yellows so far, even though we did have that incident between Jim Mott and Bob Baker. Bob Baker's still running out there with his damage. Jim Mott 2 laps down at the moment. He's taking his fast repair. Question is, are they going to catch Bob Baker? I don't believe so. He's only about 19 seconds back from the leaders. And these laps are definitely 30-second laps. So we'll see here. About 13 laps to go before we get to that point, however. Bob Baker is very slow with that damage. The only reason we bring that up is because of the lucky dog. Jim Mott right now will have a secured lap back for sure. He'll still be at least 1 lap down, but if Bob Baker goes a lap down, he's going to get that lucky dog at the competition caution. And I'm sure Jim Mott isn't going to be happy about that. 38 laps into this race so far. Cory Mott has just taken the lead over Ryan Persinger. See Thomas Villano's, he's in 3rd. He's qualified pole. Haden Higginbotham moved up 4 spots, started 7th. He's 3 spots, started 7th. He's in 4th right now. See Bill Martin worked his way back up into the top 5. He's only 1 spot away from where he started. He's having a good race after that mishap earlier on. Joe Gibbons has fallen back to 6th once again. He started this race in 3rd. Maybe just not what he was looking for in this car today. See side by side behind them between Fraley and Taft. This is a battle for P7. That 30 car using the outside line to take that run. He's going to get clear of Fraley here on the exit of 2. Looking at the times on the track, leaders all pretty close to each other. We see Haden Higginbotham there for a second, was 2/10 faster than the leaders. He's about running even times with them now, as we have about 10 laps to go in this first part of the race before we have a guaranteed yellow. Still is possible that we do have an accident out here and brings out a natural yellow, but we'll see. Mott puts down 32.4. Fastest car out on the track right now is going to be Cory Mott, your leader. He's got a lot of fresh air and he's using it to his advantage. See Bob Baker creeping into the frame there. With about 9 laps left before this yellow comes out. Is he going to stay on the lead lap? We'll see here. He's 25 seconds back. He's on the exit of 2. Still with all that damage riding around for the moment. See the car he made contact with, Jim Mott. Back out on track. No damage on his car, obviously. He took his fast repair. Out front is his son, Cory Mott, league owner. He's in that Galactic Acres Chevrolet Impala. That number 73 car is looking to be in the lead here once that competition caution comes out. He's definitely looking to have an interview here. So we got 7 laps before the end of this first half of the race before we have a guaranteed yellow. I know I've been saying it a lot, but just make sure you guys know we're going to have at least 1 yellow in this race, so they will get sacked back up. See, Villano's falling back to about 3.5 seconds from Mott. He's probably happy with where he's at right now, even though he has fallen back 2 spots. He's still in that area where he can stay around Cory Mott and, you know, hopefully try to win this race. Side-by-side battle going on between Joe Gibbons and Robert Fraley. On the exit at 2, Gibbons is going to get a run back, but Fraley's going to be clear for the moment. This is a battle for P7. You see Ryan Taft just in front of him in 6th. Five laps to go in the stage, and the leader is catching Bob Baker here. Wonder if there will be any help from Cory here to keep Bob on the lead lap to make sure Jim gets that lucky dog. But we'll see. He's closing in pretty fast. 4 laps to go here before the competition caution. We're knocking these laps down pretty quick here at Chicagoland, as we have stayed green so far through the first 46 laps. You know, these tires on these cars are probably wanting to be changed. That's for sure. Persinger slowed down a bit there. He might have tagged the wall. He's dropping back as Cory Mott's going to come out of 4 to start lap 47. He is going to be putting Bob Baker a lap down here. So we see the times. He actually has slowed down just a tiny bit. He is running 33.67s now. It's definitely probably on purpose. See, Persinger ran a 34.0, so he definitely tagged the wall there. Villano is 32.92, so he's running pretty quick. And maybe we are seeing a little bit of teamwork here. Cory Mott is not passing Bob Baker just yet. He has slowed down his pace. I believe he thinks he has enough of a gap to 2nd and 3rd. Where Higginbotham's actually made a move for 3rd, and he's looking to make a move for P2 here on the outside of his teammate. Persinger has a little bit of right front damage, it looks like, on that car. As the 10 car is going to go through to 2nd. Back out front, Cory Mott. Yeah, he still is not past Bob Baker just yet. He's definitely trying to leave only 1 car a few laps down and get Jim Mott at least 1 lap back down. And see if that can help him out here. On the exit of 2. That lead is shrinking. Cory Mott's going to have to make a decision here. It's going to be down to a 2.5 seconds. Starting lap 50 here. It is going to be at the end of lap 50, I believe, when this caution comes out. 1.2 seconds. It's closing. Higginbotham's running. Under a second now. Going into 1 and 2. On lap 50, this is going to be the last lap before this caution comes out. Cory Mott about 0.6 in front of Haden Higginbotham. He's got to have a choice here. He's got Bob Baker in front of him. What's going to happen? 0.4, 0.3. It's closing. Higginbotham not going to be able to make the run. And that's going to allow Jim Mott to stay 2 laps down. Actually, I mean go 1 lap down here as the caution comes out for Cory Mott. Almost risked that lead there just to play some teamwork, but it ends up working out for him. And he's going to stay out front as the caution comes out. Higginbotham was charging there and was very close to taking that lead. You see the pace car speeding on by the field. We'll have pit stops here under yellow. We see our top 5 is going to be Cory Mott, Haden Higginbotham, Thomas Villano, Ryan Persinger, and Bill Martin. Bob Baker has dived down pit road to presumably fix that damage. As the field is getting ready to pit here, you see Cory Mott. Everyone is going to dive down pit road. Haden Higginbotham. I'm completely butchering his names tonight. I don't know why I can't say Hayden's name tonight. Thomas Villano's in third. Persinger in fourth. Bill Martin fifth. Ryan Taft sixth. Robert Fraley in seventh. Joe Gibbons in eighth. And Bob Baker still on pit road. You see Jim Mott's going to stay out, get his lap back. See Villano going to that first pit stall. Is anything going to help him there? See them all taking 4 tires. We're going to see the race off pit road. See Haden Higginbotham going to take the lead off pit road as he's going to go to the point. We're going to have a new leader when we go back racing. Let's go ahead for now and pull in our original leader, Cory Mott, when that caution came out. Let's go ahead and talk to him and see what he's thinking out there and get his thoughts.
You got a catch.
Hey there, Cory. It's the boy up the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
All right. We saw you come home out front before that caution came out, but maybe a little bit of a bad pit stop there. You find yourself in P3. How's the car running tonight?
Yeah, I'd just like to say first off, thanks to Andy Jankowiak for giving me a fast piece tonight. Pit crew is absolutely terrible, however. May have to fire them. I know they pulled some guys out of the pizza shop, so I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do. Used to slinging dough, but right now they're just messing up on the lug nuts. You know, I think it'd be somewhat of a similar shape, but it is what it is. We got a fast 73 Chevy Impala today, so we're real happy with where we're at. You know, just sitting behind Hayden and Thomas on the restart here. Going to conserve our stuff. Got about 5 laps left, less than the last run, so going to be real happy with that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and before that caution came out, we did see you charge from the back of the field from the first initial start of the race, and you know, find yourself up front. Is your car just able to have that long run speed where you're able to save enough tire and, you know, just drive off the corner pretty well? Is that what it's looking like right now?
Yeah, it's all about lifting early here. A lot of people will drive it in deep. They'll run that high line. They'll burn their stuff up. But the key to the race is keep it low, keep it slow, and at the end of the run, at the end of the race here, you'll be up front.
All right. We'll let you keep on racing down here tonight in your first on Grand National race. So yeah, good luck throughout the rest of the race. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
That was Cory Mott, P4 at the moment. Maybe not the pit road that he wanted. He said he wanted to fire his whole pit crew. So, new leader out front is going to be Haden Higginbotham in that 10 car. Lights go out on the pace car as we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Still cannot drag the missile cars into the broadcast booth, so I am unable to get them interviewed mid-race. But if we see one of them on the podium, we'll for sure get them interviewed as we're getting ready to go green once again here on lap 55. It's going to be a 45 lap run here to end the race here. We'll see if it stays green. We'll only have 1 car lap down. That's going to be Jim Mott in that 20 car. Bob Baker trying to make his way back around the track. He got a wave around after, I believe, going a lap down on pit road, or at least being held behind the pace car. He did pit before all the leaders. So he is going to catch back up as we're getting ready to go green. Pace car is going to dive low. New leader, it's the 10 car out front. He's got Thomas Villano out front as well to his outside. Good jump from Higginbotham as we go green once again at Chicagoland. Let's go ahead and give it a nice little MCRL, crank it up. And we're going to have a yellow flag come out. I believe Joe Gibbons might have been involved here in an incident, as we see a car sideways on the backstretch. Let's get a better look at it. And Gibbons gets forced down the track. Fraley slides down as well. They kept it somewhat straight. It looked like Fraley's still trying to hold on to it. He does keep it straight, but that is enough to bring out the yellow flag. Thomas Villano finds himself out front at the moment. Actually, sorry, never mind. Higginbotham's still out front. Cory Mott was trying to pass for P2 there before that caution came out, and was not able to complete that pass. But a quick yellow comes back out. We see Joe Gibbons dive down pit road, presumably to take a fast repair and possibly some tire, or just the fast repair, I would assume. Sorry, not tires, as they probably just took tires. So yeah, just a little bit of damage there on that car for the for Gibbons. Let's go ahead and try to get a better look at it and see fully what happened here. So on the exit of 2, on the backstretch, we see Gibbons looks like... Is this the wrong lap? Oh no, that is the right lap. Just happened a little bit later than I thought. Fraley kind of just got into the wall and it just forced him down. And that's why Fraley was spinning. And they made contact together and it sent Gibbons way down the track. So definitely a good bit of contact there, just enough to put a decent amount of visual damage on both cars and probably a little bit of performance damage, and that's why Gibbons did go ahead and take the fast repair there. So you see his 8 car back out on track, and that is going to give Jim Mott his lap back. He's back on the lead lap back in this race. So that is a good sign for him. He was definitely wanting that as quick as possible, and it came out on the first lap. So once again, Haden Higginbotham out front for the moment in that 10 car. Missile Racing looking to get another win on the year. This is going to be possibly their 4th win if they can get it done tonight. 3 wins so far out of the 5 races that have been ran. They seem to be looking to run the table, as Gordon Fraley's the only one that has been able to stop him so far in his 3 starts. He's won 2 of them. See Villano still in 2nd place. Cory Mott finds himself stuck in 3rd for the moment. Persinger in 4th. Bill Martin still in 5th with Ryan Taft 6th. Robert Fraley finds himself in 7th after a little bit of contact there with Joe Gibbons. Don't believe he went down pit road to fix his damage. Bob Baker's in 8th. Joe Gibbons in 9th. And then Jim Mott rounds out the field in 10th. So everyone back on the lead lap here. So I believe the pace lights should be going out here this time by, and we'll be going green next time. As they do go out, we'll see them go side by side once again. We'll get ready to go green. We'll go ahead and give you guys another crank it up, as that last one was a little bit short-lived. And we'll go ahead and start it when they get into 3 and 4 here. We'll go ahead and go on board with our 5th place car, Bill Martin, and see his point of view on this restart and see what everything looks like here. It is a very fast track here in Chicagoland, out in Joliet, Illinois. And I don't know if anyone's been watching the weather reports out there. There's been some storms. We're looking to have a storm out here tonight with 40 laps left. It's the Grand National Tour. We're going to crank it up. And we see a battle going on for the lead. Haden Higginbotham has dropped back. Ryan Taft trying to go out front. 62 laps in. We see Ryan Taft touch the apron there on the exit of 2. That's going to lose him the lead and the opportunity to even go for the lead. And he's going to fall all the way back on that inside line. We see Thomas Villano go ahead and take a commanding lead from that mistake. Bill Martin trying to find his way onto the podium now. He's in second right now, battling with Cory Mott side by side on the exit of 4. Ryan Taft finds himself back into 4th. Higginbotham has fallen to 5th. Persinger down to 6th. Those missile cars not having the best run at the moment. They're looking to get it back going. But once again, we're back battling out front. Bill Martin trying to go to the inside in 3 and 4. He's trying to take that High Rock vodka machine to the lead. Working that inside line. We see Ryan Taft get loose on the exit of 4. Once again, he's down in the grass. He keeps it straight and going. We're going to stay green. He's going to fall all the way back. And Thomas Villano starts to pull his lead out once again. We're having some crazy racing here at Chicagoland at the moment. A lot of side-by-side. Robert Fraley to the inside of Persinger on the exit of 2. You see behind them Joe Gibbons working on the inside of Jim Mott. Everything's starting to settle down now here after that restart. Cory Mott in 3rd, working to try to find his way back into 2nd and try to go back out front, I would assume. You know, you definitely want to be leading this race if you've led before. And Cory definitely knows what he's doing with this car right now. And it's going to be a scary sight once we get closer to that 100-lap mark. Higginbotham and Persinger 4th and 5th right now. We see the battle for 2nd starting to pick back up. Cory Mott looking to the inside of Bill Martin. And we did talk to Mott. We heard him say that that inside line is definitely the best place to keep those tires under the car. And look at him use that to his advantage here for the second half of this race. He's right on the tail of Martin and Villano. Is Bill Martin going to make any attempts here for the lead? He's looking to the outside of Villano on the front stretch. Might see a crossover here from him. Said he's going to stay planted behind his rear bumper. We see Villano get a little loose. That's going to have Bill Martin go to the inside here. Cory Mott's going to come back on the outside on the backstretch, going into turn 3 and 4. Bill Martin trying to take a run to the inside of that one. Villano, who started on pole, leading at the moment, but he's got 2 hungry drivers battling for that spot right behind him. Martin once again follows Villano's line in 1 and 2. Behind them, we see some battling going on between the missile cars and Robert Fraley. Fraley's found himself in a missile car sandwich. The 99 working that outside as well as Higginbotham. Both missile cars on the outside with Fraley on the inside. See him go down the apron there for a second. 3 wide behind them. Gibbons, Mott, and Taft 3 wide going into 1. Taft going to back out at it as he tapped the apron there. They're going to get it sorted. Villano still trying to stay out front. Bill Martin, Cory Mott side by side behind him. Cory Mott trying to go to the inside here on 3 and 4 entrance. Is he going to be able to make it work on the exit? Still side by side with Martin on the front straightaway. Martin going to start to pull ahead here as they go into 1 and 2. 30 laps left here at Chicagoland. This race is going by quick. Are these guys saving enough tire though? The rest of the field's only about a 1.5 seconds back. All this battling might allow for Persinger to catch up as well as Higginbotham. We know that they had stronger cars earlier in the race. It's just, can they get back up front and go for this battle? If so, we could have a 5-car battle for the lead here. Bill Martin going to the inside now on Thomas Villano. He's looking to lead a lap here. He did go and lead that lap actually as we start lap 71. He's looking to clear though. Thomas Villano, Bill Martin. battling for the lead. We see Cory Mott has worked his way back into third for the moment. Side by side for the lead. Bill Martin's going to wash up just a tiny bit high, get into the quarter panel of the 1. It's going to allow Cory Mott to come back and try to snatch that position from Bill Martin. He's going to be able to on the front stretch. He's going to get clear and wash in front of Martin. Drop back down the track. Martin still stays up high. 72 laps here at Chicagoland. Getting ready to be complete. Martin in the wall on the exit of 2. He's going to wash back down the track. He's going to be losing some time, and that's going to open the door for Persinger and Higginbotham to start catching. Cory Mott and Thomas Villano starting to now run away from Bill Martin. They've built a second gap after those few mistakes from Martin touching the wall out of 4 and then once again out of 2. Cory Mott might have actually tagged the wall as well, but it doesn't seem to affect him too much as he's now set his sights on that leader, Thomas Villano. He's got no one else to worry about for the moment. Looking at lap times, we see that the fastest car on the track right now is your leader of Thomas Villano, running a 31.8. Jim Mott setting a 31.86. Not too far off, but he's running in 7th at the moment. So not the track position he needs to be running those times. But, however, up front, it is a very close battle between those times, all within about a 10th of each other. See, Persinger in that 99 has started to close the gap now to Bill Martin. This is the battle for that last interview spot on the podium. Out front, Thomas Villano, Cory Mott, 75 laps. We're about a third of the way through. We're going to have 25 to go next time by. Mott dives down to the inside in 1 and 2. Gets a decent enough run on the exit. He's going to start closing here on the inserts to 3 and 4. Villano might have to block that low line or else Mott's going to go by here pretty soon. We saw how Cory Mott did it before that competition caution came out, and he might be able to do it again here. Side by side to the line. Villano is going to lead that lap, but Mott going to the inside in 1 and 2. 25 to go here at Chicagoland. We're looking to have another lead change. Mott washing up the track just a tiny bit. Villano going to still stay on his outside quarter panel. And Mott goes clear of Villano. They go back down to the inside in 3 and 4. We see Bill Martin working the high line. It's starting to look like a 5-car battle with 25 to go. We see Persinger has closed the gap, and Higginbotham has closed the gap. Behind them, Joe Gibbons and Jim Mott battling for 6th. Jim Mott looking to the outside of that 8 car. And he's going to try to take that position through 1 and 2 on the outside. We have seen that exit of 2 on the outside seem to work really well, and Jim Mott does go through. Battle for the lead is definitely cooking. Top 5 is with about a second within each other. See Persinger go to the inside of Bill Martin there. He's going to clear himself for 3rd, get to that podium. Higginbotham going to try to do the same here into 1 and 2. Bill Martin not giving up, however, on that outside line. Trying to hold strong. See the 99 going to the wall. Persinger, he tags it. Tries to get down the track to cover that inside line. Bill Martin staying to the outside. He's stuck to that line as they're starting to fall back from the leaders. Mott and Villano starting to build a second gap now as it's starting to open back up. 22 to go. Bill Martin now looking to the inside here of the 99. Deciding to change that line up just a tiny bit here. Persinger, however, sticks with the outside line through the corner and is going to be able to make that stick stay in 3rd. Maybe just a tiny bit of damage on that right side after tagging the wall on the exit of 2 just a few laps ago. Doesn't look too bad, but it definitely could be some performance damage there as they got to focus on setting their sights back on the first 2 leaders. As Cory Mott's starting to pull away just a tiny bit from Thomas Villano. Maybe Villano burnt up his tires just a little too much there at the start of that run. And we'll see here. So there's 21 to go, coming to the line to 20 to go. Cory Mott, the only car still in that 31 lap time range. We'll see what that is the next time by. Villano ran a little bit faster there, as well as the 2 cars behind him of Persinger and Higginbotham, as they're starting to close back up. $20 to go here in Chicagoland. We see Joe Gibbons actually makes a pass for 6 here. Battling with that 20 of Jim Mott. We see Robert Fraley in the picture as well, right behind them. Ryan Taft is down pit road. Unsure of why he is on pit road for this unscheduled stop, but he is on pit road. Bob Baker looks like he has some damage back on his car. I believe he took his fast repair, so we'll see actually here real quick. It says Ryan Taft went off track for a second. This might have been earlier. It was. So not seeing any ooh, here we go. Got a little bit of damage here. Let's see what happened. See if we could find anything on the replay here real quick to see why Ryan Taft has made this unscheduled pit stop. Looks like he just drove it straight into the outside wall there on the front stretch. Back live, we see Cory Mott's opened up a half a second gap over Thomas Villano with 17 to go. Persinger and Higginbotham just a little bit too far away at the moment. They're going to need a caution, honestly, to bring this back in, most likely. They might be able to catch Villano at least, but I think Mott might be running away with it if it stays green here. Battle for P6 still going on hard between Jim Mott and Robert Fraley side by side on the exit of 4. Fraley gets clear for the moment. They've been battling, going back and forth for the last about 20 laps here. Jim Mott's going to make a crossover to the inside. Gibbons right in the mix as well with this. Trying to get that Dale Jr. car back into the top 6 here. He's going to find himself to the outside of Jim Mott on the exit of 2. Thomas Villano staying about half a second back from Cory Mott. Persinger still in 3rd place, just over a second and a half back. Starting to close that gap just a tiny bit in 1 and 2, but starting to lose it here on the exit of 2. Villano's closed it in with about a 10th now here as we're coming to the line with 14 to go. Once they cross it, Villano's closed another 10th down in that lap. 2 tenths down in 1 lap. We'll see the line. We'll see the time at the line. We see Villano did go about 14 tenths quicker there. So he is catching Cory Mott here. Now about 2 tenths behind Mott. We're going to have a battle here pretty soon. Thomas Villano pushing his car right now. We're getting ready to see go time here from these cars. Give it everything you got for these last 10 laps. Ryan Taft's going to enter pit lane once again. His night might be over for sure. He's definitely going to be a lap down here. And just not what Mr. Taft wanted tonight. That is for sure. Now with 13 to go, we see Thomas Villano. He has closed that gap. He's within a 10th. Cory Mott blocking off that inside line. He's going to back up Villano just a tiny bit as they exit 4. 12 to go now here at Chicagoland. Cory Mott looking to take his first win in the MCRL GNT. It's also his first start here in the GNT. This is also the very first race of the Midwest Tour. Next week we'll be at Iowa Speedway for some short track racing. It's going to be a fun one out there. But before then, we got 10 laps to go here when they get back to the line. Thomas Villano doing everything he can to get back side by side with Cory Mott. We might see another attempt here. They're both going to go to the bottom in 3 and 4. Villano's starting to pull that gap closer. He's reeling them in. Just within a tenth now as they hit the line, 10 to go. Is a side-by-side battle going to give any opportunity for Persinger and Higginbotham to catch up here with 10 to go? It's going to be unsure, but there's also got a lap car coming up. That's Bob Baker. A little bit of damage on his car. He's running that high line. Trying to stay out of the way of the leaders there as they're going to get through. Coming to the line with 9 to go. Villano's falling back just a tiny bit as they go by Baker. But he's able to close it back down already. Villano seems like he's got the quicker car at the moment. Is Mott going to be able to hold on? It's definitely one thing to catch him, but it's another thing to pass him. 9 to go here at Chicagoland. Cory Mott, Thomas Villano, who is it going to come down to? Are you going to see another car try to dethrone Missile Racing here, or are we going to have a caution? It's going to be interesting. Side by side for the lead now. Thomas Villano gets to the inside. Cory Mott pushes up high, touches the wall. There's going to be a little bit of damage on his car. Villano took the lead for a second, but it looked like he backed out of it. And Cory Mott goes back out front. I believe Villano maybe thought that he touched Mott there, but there was no contact on my side at least. And Mott goes back out front with 8 to go. But there's definitely a little bit of damage on that right side of Cory Mott's car. That 73 is definitely a little bit wounded right now. Thomas Villano's got full 100% on his car. So he's going to be quick here. Cory Mott's going to lead him back to the line once again. 7 to go now. That one is lurking once again on that bumper. Mott trying to do everything he can to protect that inside line. He knows that's the faster line. He's going to wash up just a tiny bit out of 2. We see Persinger. He's going to get past Bob Baker now. He's within 2.5 seconds. Is he going to have anything to say in these next 7 laps? We see a moment like that again. It's very possible between these top 2 that Persinger comes back through and finds his way to into this battle. See Villano going down to the inside in 1 and 2. He's looking for his first win in the MCRL in general. So it's a pretty crazy battle out there with 6 laps to go side by side. Thomas Villano, Cory Mott going into 3 and 4. It's been a great race so far, and we're getting treated with a crazy finish here. Villano's going to go by on the inside. Still not clear though. They're side by side still going into 1 and 2. Villano going to try to clear going into 1 and 2 on the inside. He's going to be able to. Mott's going to dive back down to the inside. Villano's going to cover, and they're going to be lined up with 5 laps to go on the exit of 2. Ryan Persinger in 3rd. He's 2.2 seconds back. I don't think there's any threat from him at the moment unless a caution comes out or these 2 up front make contact. So it's definitely going to be a battle between Thomas Villano and Cory Mott with 4 to go as they cross the line. We are getting treated to a great race here for the Grand National Tour Round 6. The Boeing 150 is definitely not disappointed. See Cory Mott starting to fall back now. Is that damage starting to take toll on the car? Thomas Villano looking to go to victory lane. After starting on pole, we got 3 to go here at Chicagoland. Cory Mott 2 tenths back. Trying to do everything he can to stay with Villano, but it seems like Villano's just inching away now. He's opened up the gap to 4 tenths. As they exit 2. Persinger fully clear of Higginbotham, who's in 4th. Bill Martin's settled into 5th with Robert Fraley behind him in 6th. Joe Gibbons 7th. He's got a little bit of damage on his car. Not the night he was looking for as the points leader. Jim Mott's in 8th with Bob Baker in 9th. And yeah, Ryan Taft's race is over. 2 laps to go here It's all down to Thomas Villano here. Is he going to be able to take home his first victory? He's going into 3 and 4, getting ready to take the white flag. It's all in his lap. Can he bring it home? He's got 8/10 to Cory Mott behind him. White flag is out. Thomas Villano takes it as he's looking to take his first victory in the MCRL here at Chicagoland. I don't know what I almost said. Pretty excited here for Villano, though, as we'll see him hopefully exit 3 and 4 here without any trouble and come home with his first victory in the MCRL in this Grand National Tour. First round of the Midwest Tour. And Thomas Villano is going to come across the line and take it here at Chicagoland. Cory Mott's going to come across the line, P2. Ryan Persinger, P3, with Haden Higginbotham, P4. Robert Fraley is going to come home 5th. Bill Martin, 6th. Joe Gibbons going to find himself in 7th, with Jim Mott going to be finishing 8th as he comes out of 4. Bob Baker is going to find himself in 9th. And the only car that does not finish this race tonight is Ryan Taft in 10th. We were treated to a great show tonight here. Thomas Villano gets his first ever victory in the MCRL. We see Persinger get up on his rear bumper here. See Bill Martin go through. He's definitely happy about his 6 plates. But let's go ahead and see Thomas Villano burn it down for the first time here in the MCRL. A very happy Thomas Villano we see out there, giving us a very nice burnout on that front stretch. And let's go ahead and take a look at our finishing results here and see what everything came out to be here tonight. Thomas Villano comes home with his first win in the Grand National Tour and the MCRL in general. Cory Mott finds himself 2nd with Ryan Persinger, P3. Haden Higginbotham finds himself 4th, and rounding out that top 5 is going to be Robert Fraley. 6th place, Bill Martin. 7th, Joe Gibbons. 8th, Jim Mott. 9th, Bob Baker. And 10th, Ryan Taft. Even though Taft did not finish this race, a 10th place finish is still going to give him a decent amount of points here. And he shouldn't be too upset, honestly, with his performance tonight, as a 10th will definitely give him a few points over the guys that did not make the race tonight. But let's go ahead and get some interviews going on. We have Ryan Persinger in the podium chat, so let's see if we can give him a call real quick and see what he's got to say about Chicagoland. Hey there, Ryan. It's the boy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. It seems like we talk to you every week here in the Grand National Tour at the end of these races, but you find yourself P3 here tonight, and obviously probably not the position that you wanted to find yourself in here tonight at the end of the race, but still a good finish and definitely good points with only 10 cars out here in the field tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Glad I got some laps led, because I realize it's kind of where I've been lacking in points. So glad I got to do that. Really all it came down to was Cory did a really good job of saving tires first stage, basically, or the first half, I guess. And I tried to mimic that as best I could in the second stage, because he seemed like he still had so much left at the end of the first. And I don't know what I did differently, or what I didn't do differently, or what I did wrong, but I burned the tires up again.
Yeah, and obviously it was just a pretty clean race in general this entire race. We only saw two cautions come out the entire night, one for a competition and then one right after. Did it seem like those green flag runs there, did it seem like your car was able to, have that long run speed compared to Cory Mott and Thomas Villano? It just seemed like they were able to run away there. Once it got super long.
Definitely at the beginning, stage, I felt like I could at least hang with Thomas. And then at the beginning stage two, I think I finished like fourth or fifth. I think it was fifth because I killed the right front. Like, I don't know if it came over in the stream or whatever, but I had like 18% left on it, and it was 247 degrees or something crazy. So I killed the right front on the first run, especially after smacking the wall, and then I don't know what it came down to there at the end. It definitely felt better than it did the first run by the end, but yeah, I just slow. The second one was pretty much just driver error on my part there.
Yeah, and we did see you tag the wall a few times there. Did it seem like that damage affected a lot of that speed at all, or was it just minimal damage?
Uh, First run definitely, like after I did that not only were the tires gone, but I could just tell I wasn't turning as good. But when I got into the wall the second time, I know my teammate Hayden got into it a little bit too, but for the most part, he seemed to be, even though we were separated, he was holding that margin between us. And it seemed like after both of us got in the wall, I think I got it down there at the end when they were racing side by side at like 1.8 seconds to Cory and Thomas. But I think other than that, really had nothing else to show. So it probably had some effect, but overall, it didn't feel like the comfort of the car was disrupted.
But yeah, another great finish for you tonight. Before I let you go, you got anyone else out there to thank?
Yeah, definitely. Other than just shout out to Hayden for racing with me again, and shout out to my girlfriend Faith for providing our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle schemes this week. Uh, yeah, that was pretty cool. Shout out Mikey, that's my favorite turtle. Hers is Leonardo, so shout out to Leonardo the turtle.
There you go. Ryan Persinger coming home with P3 tonight. We'll be seeing you at Iowa next week, and hopefully back here once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Mr. Ryan Persinger, P3 finisher of tonight's race. We'll go ahead and talk to Cory Mott, who definitely had that race to lose, and he comes home in P2. We'll see what he has to say. Hey there, Cory. It's the boy up in the booth. You got a copy again?
Got a copy.
All right. We see you come home P2 tonight. Definitely not the result that you wanted there after leading a lot of laps. It seemed like the exit of 4 there with Villano when he was catching you that first time. It seems like your car just dove into the outside wall almost just by itself.
Yeah, we figured it out, and this is the first time I've ever seen this before. We got netcode arrow. It was the weirdest thing. So, like, iRacing saw his car, obviously coming up the track towards my car, and for those of you who don't know, there's this thing called side force, especially important in these cars in the Gen 4 era. And his car, I think iRacing saw his car as being close enough to take that side force, that air off the left side of my car. Because as soon as he got within range of what looks like a normal net code, which is like usually like, I don't know, like I want to say like a quarter to an eighth of a car length. As soon as he got within like twice that limit, my car just kicked to the right, and I had no idea what happened either because I was running like the outside line and I was stable there all race. And as soon as his car swooped up, my car snaps right. So I think that iRacing calculated it as taking the side force off my car, snapping me into the right side wall, and then that obviously destroyed my right side arrow. So it was a matter of time before he passed me at that point. So
Yeah, and obviously, just very unfortunate event to happen. But I would still be happy with a P2. Obviously, coming home on the podium. But a car field of 10 tonight. Definitely a shorter field for most. This is your first race in the GNC though, so definitely a good first appearance out here tonight.
yeah, I was out here to fill the field, get a few more cars on track because I normally race control. But I'm happy that a series regular won. I don't like coming in here and taking the wins away if I don't have to. And Thomas was with me for the entire second half of the race, so he did really good. He drove really well. It was unfortunate that we didn't get to race it on a fair standpoint, and that iRacing decided to do what it did. But hey, you can't be mad. I like Thomas. He's a good guy. He drove a good race. So
Yeah, he did. You definitely did as well. Just a little bit unfortunate there. We'll be getting ready for Wednesday for sure, though. I know you're getting ready for Dover.
yeah, ready for Dover, and I'm ready for the next L Cup on Tuesday. Super excited for Rockingham. So we got two high banked intermediates. I'm really excited for this week. Got an off day tomorrow. Spend some time with the family and hang out. That'll be fun. So it'll be good. Nice light week.
Oh yeah, and before I let you go here tonight, you got anyone else to thank?
Yeah, thanks to my team. I got Jimbo out there. He was holding on to second in the points until tonight. And then obviously Bob Baker. Always good to see him out there on the track as well. Always good to see those guys out there. And just thanks to everyone for showing up tonight. It was actually quite a fun race. And I hope some more people show up next week at Iowa.
All right. We'll see you on Tuesday in the Nextel Cup Series.
Alrighty, thank you much. Have a good night.
That is Cory Mott coming home with AP2. Let's go ahead and talk to our new points leader and winner tonight, Thomas Villano, in that number 1. Hey there, Thomas. It's the boy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right. We see you coming home with your first victory here tonight in the Grand National Tour season, and I believe you're first in the MCRL.
Yeah, finally able to do it. We had a few good runs at North Wilkesboro, around here and there, but finally able to secure it is good.
And now, obviously, we see you come into or go into next week with a points lead. Now you got 1 point over Joe Gibbons, who didn't have the race that he wanted to tonight. And are you going to be able to hopefully carry that momentum in Iowa? What's your outlook on Iowa?
Honestly, I was not one of my best tracks. I was hoping for maybe a road course next, but let's see how it goes. Put some practice in, see if we can get it done again.
There is some good news for you. There is definitely a road course coming up. I know Mid-Ohio is on the schedule, and it'll be pretty soon. So definitely will be your advantage there.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but if you can put the practice in, should be pretty decent there.
But yeah, obviously tonight out there we see you get your first victory. Let's talk about it. With about 20 laps to go, we saw you start to catch Cory there. And then with about maybe 10 laps to go, we saw iRacing decide to give Cory the boot and send him to the outside wall there. Did you feel like you made any contact with him there? I definitely saw you back out when you took the lead.
Originally, I had felt it was more of like me sliding up the track, getting into him there. I ended up giving him back the spot. But after further review, apparently it was just netcode in the air, sent him right into the wall.
Yeah, just a very unfortunate event. But that does allow you to come home with your first victory tonight. So definitely, maybe not the way you wanted to win, but
no, a bit disappointing for that last point. But yeah, win is a win.
And so obviously we'll be going to Iowa next week, as I already stated. I'm not 100% sure if you run the Nextel Cup Series, but I know you have been running a few races in the Cup Series as well.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, I think I will be there Tuesday.
All right, we'll see you there. You got anyone else
Yes,
to
sir.
thank before I let you go here tonight?
I just want to thank Cory for hosting the league, keeping it alive, and everybody else for keeping a clean race all the way through.
All right, that is your winner, Thomas Villano. We'll be watching on next week at Iowa and hopefully see you keep that momentum going.
Yes, sir.
There it is. That is Thomas Villano, our race winner here tonight, and our new points leader as well, as I stated. Let's go ahead and give the points a look real quick before we end off the night. So out front, as I said, it's Thomas Villano. He's got a 1 point gap over Joe Gibbons. 218 to 217. 3 points behind them is Jim Mott. Haden Higginbotham stays fourth with Brian Persinger in fifth. They didn't seem to gain nearly as much as they needed to get past Jim Mott tonight. But looking next week possibly to move up back towards the top of the board. We see Robert Fraley move up 2 spots to 6th. Ryan Taft falls back to 7. And Jeremy T-Bond, he's going to fall to 8th. Bob Baker, he moves up 5 spots tonight. He puts himself into the top 10 in points. And then everyone behind him loses a spot after not racing tonight. So he's got to make sure he stays in front of them to stay in that top 10 throughout the rest of the field. See Cory Mott come home with P2 tonight. He's 20th in the standings. Obviously, he's only ran one race. And that might be his only race of the year, as he is normally race control. But obviously, as he said, wanted to fill out the field. But it was definitely a interesting race tonight here at Chicagoland. Next week, as I said, we'll be going to Iowa for the Calypso 125. Following that, we'll see a 1 week break, and then we'll head into Michigan. And yeah, it's looking like a fun season so far here at the MCRL Grand National Tour. We're getting the Midwest Tour underway, and we are getting new winners here in the ARCA series as well. We're definitely building something up special here in this Sunday night series. Coming up on the MCRL network, unsure why iRacing just wanted to go black there, but coming up on the MCRL network in the next week, on Tuesday we will have the Rockingham race at the Nextel Cup race at Rockingham on Tuesday for the Subway 200, and then on Wednesday we will have the Join Moving Chicanes 200 at Dover for the Circuit Cup Series. So it's a little bit of a less packed week without the Truck Series this week, but we'll still have a lot of racing here going on. So we'll definitely see you on Tuesday. I'll be back in the booth on Tuesday night for the Nextel Cup Series at Rockingham. And yeah, it's been your boy Nathan up in the booth, and we'll see you soon.